Thanks for staying with us, everybody. We have slipped into shadow, but we've pulled ourselves back into the actuality, and we are jumping right back into Kitty's currently realizing that she's being bound by something, and she is facing this master contractor, demon-packed artist, professional, legal professional, and other titles, Gabriel Kincaid, who's like commanding this like army of summonings in front of him, and she's gotten there. Imago had carried her across what has become a battlefield for the Eternal Party, and yeah, what's your plan?
Quickly, she turns to Imago.
Yeah.
Bynon's me. I'm the Bynon. Bynon have something to do with me.
Oh, you seem to be having your name stolen, Kitty.
Oh, it's that. She turns back to Gabriel. Yep. Need your help? Gonna steal this whole thing. This was a single sale summoning that Daniel McPherson. Do you know him?
Let's see if he does know him. I'm not sure. I feel like he might. He's very saturnine. I think Gabriel Kincaid, the sausage salesman. He looks confused.
Yes. Yeah, him. The sausage salesman. He ran this. I need your help.
Gabriel's like,
I need your help summoning someone to steal that summons.
A transfer of pact is no simple object.
I know, which is why I need some assistance running it, because I haven't done one on this scale before. I know that he did a mass summoning, so he got several people to help him, and it's gonna just be you and me, because it's time sensitive.
Oh gosh, okay. Let me pull up. I think this is a ritual because it is slightly outside of normal goetic summoning.
I'm so excited. This is so dope.
Yeah, she has like grabbed his hand and has started walking through and is kicking open doors at this party, and is like looking for a place, and they keep like a party is still happening.
Oh yeah.
There are people who haven't noticed this is
life and death situations like have different meanings when you're in the panel.
When you're dead.
You're like, oh yeah, whole mass combat.
So there's like people that are putting on a dance recital on one of the things that she kicks.
Oh yeah.
And then there are people that are making out.
They look very, very shocked.
And then there's like a coat closet, and then she kicks open a library. Phew! And she pulls him into the library, and there is a big chalkboard. And she like walks up straight to the chalkboard and starts scribbling on it.
Excellent. So you're scribbling on it. You've got one plan. Gabriel is like pulled out this like leather portfolio thing. Me?
Mike, is your mic working?
Yes. Check.
Oh no.
Is it on?
Did we grab the wrong one?
Perhaps
Is
I
it
grabbed
this?
the wrong cable.
Green.
This is.
That's why. Yeah, green.
Mine is green. So
Ah.
you can have that, and I'll try this one.
White. Yeah.
You need white.
I have white.
Great.
Hello.
Check. All right.
Cool.
Okay, so Gabriel Kincaid has pulled out this like leather. Oh God, there are things fancy people use when you go to interviews and
Portfolio?
stuff. I guess portfolio, but it's
Oh.
like those interview bindery things that
I think
There's a
that's
name for them.
portfolio.
he pulls out a thing and
Adult Trapper Keeper.
adult trapper keeper. Exactly.
No, Rolodex is like a scroll one.
So he says,
Like an accordion folder?
No, it's mostly like for job interviews. It's like a folder that you would bring
is,
like
it's
as
like
a
a
child,
folder that's leather.
but it's made of leather instead of.
I know what you're talking about.
We are definitely millennials. We
A
did not
lawyer
get business
thing.
degrees.
Job
It's a lawyer
interview.
thing.
"That's a lawyer thing."
What is that?
He
Is it like an audition?
A job interview, like an audition.
he taps. Stop it.
You keep your monologue in there.
He taps a like manuscript that like rolls out of the like inexplicably rolls out of that adult trapper keeper, and he taps
Padfolio.
a padfolio.
That is what it is.
No.
It is.
That
That's what
is.
they call them in Staples.
It's
So
gross.
dumb.
I bought them.
That's so dumb. Padfolio. Gosh,
Portfolio. We got it.
there's got to be a better name.
Check confirms.
Gabriel
trapper.
Kincaid says he taps the manuscript and says, regrets final victory. Read this and see if it does something you enjoy. While you're reading that,
Yes.
we jump to.
Calvin. So I think.
So Kitty has flown off the battlefield and scurried through some rooms. You clearly realize that your ploy to rework the mental webbing of that demon
working.
was very well done.
So what's the duration on this? These objects that are attacking.
Let us see. What was it? It is. I check each round and I roll to see if it could. Could you roll me a d10, please?
Watch be my only good. Nope, it's still a bad roll.
It will go away on a 0 or a 1.
Oh.
Oh, great.
So
cool.
it's still round.
So it's still cool. So those things are messing stuff up.
But now they're messing up like the demons, but also now all the angels that have come in, very much like bound against their will, to be causing like mayhem in the party.
Okay, when I refresh a pool,
Yes.
what is that? My whole round?
Refreshing a pool is an action. You could still take other things like sort of.
Try to break this mental hold. That's on
Yeah,
me?
that would be a fine action to take.
Okay, cool. So I will refresh my sorcery pool because I have no idea how long Kitty's plan is
Cool.
going to
So
take
you
to
have
pop
2
off.
action refreshes. Did you find that in your character tome?
You
You don't need to know too much, but you've taken your first of 2.
Okay,
It's,
cool.
It's somewhere in the middle.
Great.
You can get into this or not. It's something that should come up eventually.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. I got 2. Oh, 2 is just brutal. Great. So with the other part of that,
Yes.
I am going to try and break free of the spell that I cast on myself that has been dragging us down this whole
Okay.
time.
So you're looking for a 5.
Hey, I got a 5
That's
with that
what we like to see.
ephemera.
And no
or
no
with that sortilege.
flux.
And no flux. So
Hey.
Calvin, like was caught up in this dance, and he's got freedom. He's got like strings of freedom, and I think in just his whirling dance, one of those strings just sort of like wrapped around himself
Yeah.
and sort of like squeezed and popped the spell that was on him.
Nice.
And he's like, what's going on? Oh my God! Oh my God! And like he pulls his hands to like try and like cover his face or his eyes, and he notices that all of his fingers are sort of bound to these tiny objects, which like just like stab into different like demons, which is fine, and angels, which is not fine.
Less fine. Definitely less fine.
And you're like, oh my God, Wayne, where are you? And you just
Can you make me a resist roll really quick?
Yes.
As that is awfully anguish-inducing.
nope, 1.
Definitely not. So take an anguish.
Cool.
Take 4 points of damage that lead you to clear your 3 injuries. So basically, you have like 3 rows of like how you take damage. You have injuries, which is like I'm being sort of chipped away, and then if you get 3 injuries, they turn into a wound if it's physical or an anguish if it's mental.
Okay, this is
And so
actually
you filled up.
my second anguish.
Oh, really?
What? Where
When
the
was your
first one?
earlier from last session?
It must have been from last session.
Excellent.
Well.
Yeah. So if you get 3 anguish,
die.
that's dead.
Don't die.
Hey,
You're getting
let's-
very close to being broken,
Let's
Calvin.
hope that doesn't happen.
Excellent.
Someone help him.
I just refreshed my pool.
You're gonna be fine.
do
Oh,
something.
sorry. You could spend a point of, I believe, intellect to not take that anguish.
I am going to do just
Yeah,
that.
that's very smart. Damage is very strange and weird in magic. Yep. Super cool. All right, so you are looking on the edge, but you sort of pull it together as you like steal your mind. So Kitty,
Yeah.
Kincaid has a proposition for you. Is that the route you want to take? Kincaid has a ritual that might work for this.
Kitty,
It's very, yeah.
she's not even sure. So she's like, yeah, yeah, I guess. And she's just like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, go for it. Sure, yeah, okay.
You would need to help with it if you So rituals always take more than one person.
Yeah, of course. Let's do it.
All right, so this is Regret's final victory, and so he has a manuscript that details this ritual. This is from Arvandus from Fandible, which is great. Everyone thinks of what could have been. Actions they could have taken or words they should have said that have changed so much in their lives. This ritual, for good or ill, reveals the result of such an action. And actually, I think it changes an action.
Yeah.
So and it like rewrites history up till this point to have the consequences of some little change you make in the past. So do you have an idea of something that you could change that would cause you not to be? There are several things you could try to be fixing about the situation.
So I think like she's not sure what the thing is that she regrets most in her life. Mm-hmm. So she like helps out with the ritual.
Yeah.
Assuming that like it'll correct whatever the thing is in her life that she regrets most, because there are lots of possible things. And upon completion, ka-chunk, half of her heart temporarily comes into place.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The half that was missing?
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
What?
Yeah.
It's bad?
Okay.
For a little while.
If this ritual goes well.
Oh.
Excellent.
For a little while.
Yeah. So
For like an hour, right?
So I think we're writing this a little bit to actually change something in the past, though, right? So that you can
if
affect.
you choose that, then that will do it forever.
No, it's not forever though.
It isn't here, but all that
okay.
this ritual does, I'm modifying it because this just reveals what would have happened.
Okay.
Which is helpful, but you need change, right?
No. So like it's only a temporary. I thought it was only a temporary thing.
I thought you're stealing. Yeah, are you stealing these summons still? Is that like
Yeah.
still-
All I want to do is steal the summons. I thought that it was like revealing a thing that's
so it
regretted.
changes something that you do.
It's a vague ritual we're coming up with a little and tweaking as we go.
Gotcha.
So if you don't have use for this ritual right now, we can leave it aside because it sounds like it's not doing what you want.
Oh, I see. What would I regret about this situation?
Or what could you change of something that's happened in the last 24 hours
Now
that would
if
cause you
it's-
not to
if it's
either
that
not to be
for-
bound or could cause something, for your friends not to be
You
bound?
could have drawn
How
a
could
very
you-
complex summoning circle on the ground with the time that you were here at the party to take over this summon or to bind all these demons.
The action-
let's
Like
say
instead of doing whatever you were doing at the party,
and that would save Agamemnon
that
Butler.
would save Agamemnon's life too.
potentially.
No big deal.
you just
not
sort
the
of-
primary concern.
You get in this room, you immediately start drawing on the floor like
Yeah.
this super complex scoetic circle, and then we use that as just like a thing that will break the hold on all of these angels and demons.
I'm all for saving Agamemnon Butler. So how can we save Agamemnon?
So you do this ritual. If you
Yeah.
pull this ritual off, then we'll
Then
have a
you
large
never-
summoning circle on the floor, and we can use that to, like, break this spell. Like, I'm sure Kelvin can do something to, weave freedom to like activate this circle to like shatter the hold that McPherson has on all of these angels and demons.
And if you were doing this, if you're drawing the circle, you spent that time drawing the circle, so you never talked to Agamemnon, which means he was nowhere near you when the demons showed up in the first place. So, timeline-wise,
It's like time travel changey stuff.
Yeah, okay. I'm all for time travel changey stuff. I'm just I'm a bit confused at the bit of it that ties into how we get the summon,
So
like where we steal the thing from McPherson.
the thing that we're stealing.
How do we make it tight enough?
The way
to
that we
get it
do
from
that,
him?
way that we do that is, in order to steal something like that from McPherson, you would need to have been preparing for a long time. You have not prepared.
Right.
So the thing that you're changing is being prepared.
Okay. Okay. So we're just like erasing me at the party.
Well, changing what you were doing at the party. Instead of hanging out with Agamemnon Butler, you were drawing a gigantic summoning circle on the floor.
Gotcha. So all the regret is me not having been prepared.
It's a very tiny regret. It's a tiny regret, yet critical.
Cool.
In this moment, maybe even a big regret.
Yeah.
All right, so what does this like ritual look like, right? So rituals are like big, terrifying things. Basically, Gabriel Kincaid, like if he has the ritual, he also brought a lot of these like emotion feathers you need for it, and like maybe a big like, you know, like ritual daggers are a big thing. What would be like a cool thing to be in this ritual as you're doing it? He's a big like blood pact mage sort of dude. So there's probably some blood involved. What represents time? Lots of sand, maybe. Like
We have to like split open the necklace that's on.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Imago's the
Imago's
hourglass,
necklace.
who looks very confused.
Poor Imago.
Imago's like,
She's having a night.
yeah, she is.
Yeah, I think that there's also like a bunch of like there's a shell and then it like splits out into smaller shells.
Cool, perfect.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of. There's stuff. There's magic stuff, Darcy. Is
Yes.
the thing of it.
That's why you paid the big bucks to us. Big magic stuff.
Well, do you want to list one?
Yeah. So it's time and blood, right? So I think he has this device that both of them have to put their arms into that like it pricks them a little bit and they start bleeding, but it's a water clock for blood. So it like slowly starts spinning a wheel, and I'm not exactly 100% sure on how water clocks work.
You seem to
because-
not be.
But I do know they're a thing. So
Cool.
I think you have to do that as part of the ritual. So it's like kind of
Cool.
a gruesome.
Like uniting some sort of movement through time and maybe reverse.
I like
something.
the idea of like Kitty being Kitty, like just like cuts her hand and puts blood on the thing, and he's like, oh no, and pulls out his dumb water clock device.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Rourke is giving +1 to everyone's next roll.
I will need it.
That is
Ooh.
really helpful.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you. Cool.
figure this
So like, let's say like this turn is you like ramping
Us
that
getting
up.
everything
so like
up.
you can plot like what you're going to be doing during that flashback.
Yep.
Cool. So Calvin still has to go, right?
Yeah. So Calvin. Now, so the ritual is like still taking place, right?
Yes. It's
Okay.
like getting prepared this turn and stuff.
Then I'm gonna do something that I just roll for and don't even spend anything on. What can I do?
And Wayne, you've got. What are you doing this round? You have already acted, right?
I haven't.
No. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out if this is within my power to do.
Calvin, seeing all of this horror around him, Calvin is going to do something useful but useless.
Great.
Calvin is going to. How big would you say this room is? Is it a medium area or a large area?
You're in sort of a courtyard, like kind of open air space right now. I think because they're like running through like rooms, but you were in.
So I'm trying to think in Invisible Sun, what's the difference
see.
between medium and large?
Cool. So. So what is the text that you're?
So I need to
referencing?
know. It says I can create full sensory illusions, and depending on it being a medium area or a large area, it will drastically affect how difficult the spell is.
Yep. So diameter up to 50 feet
For medium?
For medium.
for medium.
I think that should be enough. I feel
That's
like
a
most
lot
of the
of it, at
chaos
least.
is
Yeah.
cool. So I'm going to create a full sensory illusion in a medium area that the blood and gore and horror is going to like change to be like rainbows and not viscera.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like pinatas. Like people are pinatas, which Calvin will still have a sense of what is dangerous and what is not dangerous, and when people are hurt, because there'll be like candy just pouring out all over the ground. But he'll see his friend, viciously eating candy, which is much easier to take in.
Yes.
I think.
I like that.
So full sensory illusion, the size of a medium area. That is a level 5 spell. I'm just gonna roll that,
Great.
and I got a 2.
Okay.
All right, so Calvin
How does that?
tries
You have
to.
a +1 with that, but you would need +3, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's a little tough.
So yeah, I guess I was using wind and freedom to bind sight and joy, and just did not quite.
Cool. I think like that demon that's like the dog / like lion main thing sort of like just comes at you from the side, and so you're like starting to cast, and you get like kind of interrupted, right? You get
Cool.
like bowled over as it's charging against some big group of people and causing chaos. So what are you doing?
I mean, I have ceded control at this point, so what am I doing?
That's a great point. I think that's let's see what the card says.
Oh, no.
I don't know what Spoonwayne
Yes,
does.
yes.
Compelling voice.
Spoonwayne.
Compelling voice. Could you put
Spoonwayne.
that under? Let's see. I think it goes there. So Spoonwayne is.
Can you see?
I think is probably like Spoonwayne is saying horrible things as always.
Compelling voice.
Control, domination, persuasion. So Spoonwayne is trying to influence someone, or
Not a
otherwise,
magic
what
game.
is Spoonwayne doing to somebody else?
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
What is Spoonwayne using your body
I
to do
think.
something else?
God, is he gonna? Okay, I have to know if this is.
And that is you have a
Well,
+1 by the way.
Because Spoonwayne also has a +1, I
Yeah.
assume. But Spoonwayne is not a
Spoonwayne's-
big fan of Calvin,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. He's gonna have to go after Calvin.
Okay, that makes
Spoonwayne
sense.
is going to try and convince Calvin to take a bite of demon flesh.
Okay, excellent. Roll me
Ugh.
a resist. Let's see how this
Disgusting.
goes, and then let's role play it.
Okay. Well, I have no intellect points to spend. I need to save 1 sortilege to do this crazy effect that I'm waiting for.
And you have +1 from Rourke, right? 'Cause
Oh,
you
well,
haven't used-
no, I already.
Oh,
that
you used
was
that
my
on
next
last
roll.
Ah,
so
dang.
I'm just gonna roll a straight resist, and hey, I
Wow.
got an 8.
Okay.
Finally.
So
Let's see what I do. Right? Is this a contest, or how does that
no,
work?
no. I think it's like it. Okay, so it's. Oh yeah, I guess you have to roll because it's Spoonwayne, who is you. Give me a roll.
It's just a 5,
All right,
so you're good.
and
But I
Can-
would like to use a sword. No, I don't.
Can you please play Wayne under the influence of
There we go.
Spoonwayne trying to convince Calvin to eat some demon?
So I think, like, I'm actually kind of an autopilot, like rifling through like things to do, and I'm in a way relieved to not have to have physical
Yeah.
control of myself at this point, and that I can like be thinking with my full consciousness and just let my body do its own thing. But what it looks like is happening
oh god.
is this like weirdly, like, I think my body kind of takes on the shape of Spoonwayne in a lot of ways. So like my legs kind of like fuse up and suck up into my torso. So I've got like, and I don't have knees anymore. It's just like stilts with little feet attached.
God,
Um,
dang it.
And my arms get longer to
You're
compensate.
so good at parties.
So it's just this grotesque, like, elongated, like, bone structure with these shovel-like,
Oh, yeah.
like appendages at the end of it. And I've developed like this frog-like ability to like balloon my. So it's just full of like food. Just my throat is like bulging out, and my cheeks are like bulging with like food and blood and demon parts.
Oh god.
And there's like a like an almost insect-like demon leg, like
Oh.
clawing on that from my mouth on the outside, trying to like crawl away, and I'm just like crunching on it.
Oh, God.
And I'm like just like shoveling at this thing, and I turn, I see Calvin, and I'm like, I tried to make you something like this. Do you
What are
want
you
to eat
talking
now?
about?
Do you want to eat it now?
No, I don't.
Eat it.
No, I don't.
Try it. It's good. It's so good.
Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. We're at a party.
But what Wayne is thinking to do is
You were supposed to be
we're
good at
at
these.
a party is the worst justification for what's happening. But I think what Wayne would like to attempt to do
Yes.
is briefly wrest control of one of his hands to flip a coin at Arakesh.
Yeah.
And I would like to flip a coin at him.
I think
Or
you can flip a
it,
coin.
right? It's genderless.
Yes, Arakesh is it.
Genderless. It. Yeah. So while offering with one spoon, the other spoon goes into my pocket and fishes out what looks like it kind of looks like this actually, but no hole in the center. And using the spoon as a sort of like catapult, I just flip it and it flips end over end towards Arakesh.
I don't think that like Spoon Wayne has any interest in stopping you from doing that. Like, so it's going to let you wrest control of that because he's having too much fun tormenting Calvin here.
And I'm still like
So you're just trying to get his
ripping
attention.
minor demons apart, right? Like
Yeah.
that is basically
Yes.
what's happening. Great. So the coin is just like flipping in the air towards Arakesh, and I don't think it matters. I think for flavor,
Yes.
it like catches it.
Yeah.
As if smugly thinking to stop whatever's about to happen. But as soon as it like touches the coin like melts and coats his whole body in metal. So this round he can do nothing as he is encased in copper.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So he is, Arakesh, it is perched over like what is clearly some sort of like dead inhabitant of the Pale. They look like they've got like a sortier, this sort of magic wand type thing that is like totally busted at the end and has like tooth marks in it. And they sort of like, Arakesh is sort of like looming over this person and catches the coin smugly with a big grin, and that grin gets encased in bronze, right, or copper. And the person, like, you know, the like dead inhabitant of the Pale looks shocked, but scuttles out and starts running away. So they're very corporeal version.
You're playing awfully fast and loose with the nature of our agreement, Wayne.
Hey, I'm gonna need my body back like any minute now.
I'm gonna need your body for so much longer.
So demons are doing stuff, but I'm interested in what. So we're probably gonna have a new round. So let's see. You're like eating demons. So let's see how that's going. As the demons sort of strike back. So there's an angel coming after you. It is.
I can't do much against an angel.
Ooh, really?
Nope.
Cool. So there's an angel that looks like you know, almost like stone statue of sort of a classic angel. This like, you know, but too many wings, and it has two heads. But otherwise, it's sort of an humanoid made out of stone, but is wrapped in this green oxidized like. Is it oxidized copper? What's the green?
Yeah, that's
patina?
oxidized copper.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's that color. That's the barbed wire wrapped around it that's binding it, and so it's being pulled toward you. So it is going to cast a spell at you. So make me a resist roll.
Okie dokie. A 6.
A 6.
I've been rolling nonstop 6s today.
Hey, dude. So happy for you.
Sorry,
So happy for
that
you.
wasn't supposed to be a brag. It was just a curiosity.
Humble brag. What is an object on you that is readily apparent?
Readily apparent.
So what would they see on you that they might want to destroy?
Oh, dang it, my goggles.
Your gogs!
Totally your goggles.
Not my gogs.
Stars sing songs of crisp heartbreak.
No! Wait, but I have a +1
Oh
from
gosh.
earlier.
Okay, excellent. It is a level 6, so you totally
Oh, my gogs!
Yes!
Gogs. So this angel starts
God.
speaking in these dark, deep tones with both of their heads, and you see your goggles start rattling. What do you do to like throw up like resist its effect or whatever.
I think I raised one of my spoon hands,
guess
and
that
the
works.
magical effect, like when you put a
Yeah.
spoon under the faucet, it just like
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Beautiful.
all around.
That is cooler. 'cause
Excellent.
I was gonna say you probably would just throw up.
Oh, I am. As soon as this combat is over, we're gonna have a rough time. Oh,
Excellent. So that was. So you see a number of other like beautiful hanging, like magically enchanted like orbs get destroyed, and you see like bits of ether sort of pouring into that angel, empowering them. But you are fine. You are nearby, and so you're getting like harassed by Spoonwain. Correct?
Yeah, I guess I still am.
Yeah, is Spoonwain still trying to mess with his day?
like while ripping.
Do you want to try to like wheedle out of this? Do you want to like run away? Do you want to
dare
magically?
you.
How are you dealing with this?
I'm gonna use a practiced weave.
Okay, nice.
That I have.
What have you
and-
done?
Oh, that was.
Calvin, what have you done?
Yeah, well, that was the first spell that he showed off to his friends, combining movement from wind, it was movement from thunder and grace from wind. Calvin like sort of looks at Spoonwain, who's just like, yeah, you're gonna love it. Well, actually, his mouth is full, so you're gonna love it. And he's like approaching Calvin's face. Calvin just like sort of looks at him and explodes into 100 different paper birds, and like
That's amazing.
You're all abandoning me.
No. Oh, Wayne.
If you cast that spell, do you know what like level you cast it at, or what level is it?
The first time that I cast a spell, I think that was like, I don't know, level. It must have been level 5 because this involves flight.
I think that will do. So you get away. So I'm not going to make you roll for that
cool.
because I think it's a high enough spell, and Spoonwain is just sort of interested in causing chaos.
Yeah,
Not particularly.
Sorry,
getting at
Alan.
you.
I'm just killing time until Kitty's ritual pops off.
Heck yeah. So let's see if we undo all of this. So Ghostly Presence is the new round's card. So
And casting an incantation eats costs
no,
bene, right?
incantations are free.
Okay, great.
And ephemera objects.
Great,
both of them.
great.
Yeah. So tell me, like, so we've got this ritual going.
Yeah.
It's starting to happen. There's blood. There's sand. There's Imago looking very confused, but and sort of in and out of it. Oh, we have is that new card?
New card, damn it!
It wasn't enhancing anybody.
Wasn't it Notions?
No, that one is nobody.
Oh, great.
Yeah, new
So
card.
new card.
New card.
Oh, I guess Notions looks like the Rising
Oh
Sun.
crap.
I guess I don't know if should we let's fill. Let's
We've
fill up the
been
path.
filling them. We've
Yeah,
been
I think-
filling
Yeah,
the
we filled
trash.
them.
Ghostly
So,
presence.
oh god, Vizier, it's a nemesis card.
nemesis
Yes,
card.
but it's also
Bad for everybody.
Notion. Oh, is it bad for
It's
Notions?
very
Bad.
bad. -2 for you.
Oh.
Minus
Son of a-
1 to everyone else.
Son of a gun.
Hey, you're gonna roll negative rolls.
Hey, Punquility? Thanks.
Oh, the Vizier.
Yeah,
He
the
looks
Vizier.
so evil.
He does look
Explain
very
yourself.
evil.
Explain yourself. I mean, you did help
He's
me
just
earlier
twisting the
on my big
knife.
roll.
Oh, that's
Punctility is.
great. Explain yourself.
All right, so the ritual's like
Yeah, it's going, it's going.
happening, and so I think he like Gabriel Kincaid is going to let you be the one to go back and
Yeah.
change something. So
Are
yeah.
you gonna be easy to talk to, or am I gonna have to like? We'll see. I'm sorry.
No, have him give you a thing, an in, a way to start a conversation, an icebreaker.
Are you? Is there an in? Do you know? Do you know what you're like?
Gosh, started.
Kitty heart.
Yeah, I think he he reaches into his one of his like many vests, and there's like a long chain that he pulls out. And what does it have on the end of it, my maker friend? What does it look like?
Ooh, wait. Who is
Gabriel
this?
Kincaid,
He has
master
a-
of pacts,
he has a-
legal guru, and
Is this a makered thing?
probably
A long chain.
something identifying and special and unique.
That. Okay. I think it's a.
Shiny bauble.
Yeah, it's a shiny bauble, and on the end of it is like a. It's like a
notary
little.
stamp.
bronze like person. It's like a bit like a little like person. It's like a
Yeah.
little figurine. And it's like it's in motion. Like
Oh,
it's
cool.
just it's like dangling from the shoulder
wow.
blades by this thing. And
Oh,
it's
how
like
weird.
just like moving around
Cool.
like it's alive.
That's very cool.
That's terrifying. Absolutely. So that you won't be finding another one like that. Show it to me and I'll understand.
All right. See ya.
Okay. So
So I pop back
God,
to the
I
past.
love the idea that that necklace means this person owes you a favor.
yeah, right. I mean, like he had this ritual at the hand, so I'm sure this has come up before. So let's like step into development mode as we like
Yeah.
montage quickly the things that you do when
Okay.
you're
I popped back to the past.
how far back?
So back to when we were announced at the party.
Okay.
Um,
By these big ferns, right?
Yes.
Introducing.
yes, this time around, I do a flourishy bow.
Okay.
And I say, any goetics, come with me.
There's sort of confusion on the dance floor.
I'm in the middle of a shuffleboard game.
Not as important. You, sir. You, ma'am. Yeah, you were staring at me when I looked up at goetic. Yeah. This away.
Is Lucy
Hello,
going?
dwarf!
She hasn't been announced yet. Okay.
And I head off towards the library.
skip
Okay.
my turn.
She is excitable for a heart.
And I march everybody who will bother coming.
Let's see who will bother.
Up with me.
Messiah, the defender. That sounds like
Ooh.
success to me. And is it?
Ah.
It is Kitty's card. It's Kitty's card.
Whoa!
Hi. +2 for your heart. That is
Oh,
like
dang,
the
yes.
most success. Good job, Kitty. Okay, so you get your stirring speech, and this is just such a curious occasion that you get a good number of both living and dead, and all sorts of summoners to go with you.
Yep, and I explained to them all that for Victoria Jus, we have to save the party, and that in order to save the party, we have to pull off a ritual that is going to steal from the notorious Daniel McPherson, the sausage salesman, the very same, a summoning that...
Amusing man who sells the dried meats.
Yeah. A summoning that he's
Oh,
doing
no.
tonight. And start everybody dealing with that. When I hear Lucy's name announced, she's a goetic, so I'm going to go grab her.
Whoa.
Well, we're rivals.
Wearing my dress?
Yeah. I stole it from you earlier. That was the whole deal with the two-headed lion situation.
Oh my god, that was you!
Wasn't it just a funny, hilarious
Why?
thing? Because
You owe me 100 orbs.
why?
You stole them from me.
I didn't steal 100
You had an
orbs from you.
angel steal 100 orbs.
Why would I do that?
You are going to explain to me how.
Lucy, why would I steal 100 orbs from you? Just look me in the eye. Do you think I need 100 orbs from you? No, I needed a dress, which is why I stole a dress out the window from you in the
An
morning.
angel stole 100 orbs from
Why
you
would an
and
angel
a
steal?
matchbook.
No,
Secretly hoping that
the matchbook.
what I'm
this,
up to
this
right
is
now
what.
is
Do you see
turning
this?
Lucy off
Do you
to
see
me in
this
a
little
big way.
dancing matchbook? Look at how cute he is.
Oh, this is a delight.
He's a delight. I know. Which is why I got
Do
the
you know where
angel.
my 100 orbs are?
He does a little nod.
So,
Negative
Jackal,
thing.
a nemesis card, is what's happening here. So continue, just saying.
That does a little negative nod and does little puppy
He's
dog
got to
eyes.
tell.
Well,
You just drew a negative nemesis card. He's got to tell. What's his tell?
Inadvertently burst into flame.
yeah, his little blushing color is very obvious. It's like pink sparks.
Oh gosh.
Kitty, I'm going to help you with this. You do look very good in that dress, but you owe me 100 orbs. Great.
So
Out
what
of
have you brought us all
curiosity-
here for?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was
Oh,
going to
yes.
say, out of curiosity, I just
Or-
so I can.
You owe me a date with Wayne.
Here's your 100 orbs.
Wait, speaking of, because this is what I was about to say. Speaking of, I think as you say that, and Kitty like moves her head down over her shoulder, Lucy gets to see the dance floor where Spoon Wayne is fucking shoveling demon bits into his mouth.
Why are you
And I want to
Spoon
know
Wayne?
what Lucy's reaction to that is.
I am very curious.
Because
Wait,
we've
is-
been flirting and
Or,
cavorting.
no, this is in the past.
This is the past.
This is the past right now. Because she's.
But that's all still going
But
to happen.
yes,
It will happen, but we're not there yet.
got it.
You're all
Alright,
charming
But
right now.
hold on to that, pin in it.
Fair.
I'm
Because
very
I
curious.
do want to know badly.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
So,
I hand you back your orbs and I march you upstairs.
Boring.
all right, so you get upstairs, you have all of these very confused summoners of varying high degrees.
I say, young excitable heart, what are we doing?
I was in the midst of a shuffleboard game.
Ralph Opossum is an opossum in a flat cap, but with 6 tails sprouting along the sides of their back instead of arms. They use these tails to play dead using a spiral-shaped harp they carry with them that's making music.
Yeah, what's the angle?
Exactly. Thank you, Rourke. So, apparently also
Get with
very-
the gabbing, toots.
Well, so I was telling y'all before that we are stealing a summoning from Daniel McPherson, who may or may not be wrapped up in this whole thing with binding my name.
Wait, whoa.
What?
McPherson?
Yeah.
No, I don't want any part of it.
Well, everyone's free to leave. I just think you're gonna ruin Victoria Ju's party.
We're free to leave.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Slow down. I don't want to mess with McPherson, but I owe you a favor.
Yeah.
You owe me a favor?
No. Come on. You're impossible.
You all want to ruin Victoria Ju's party? Go for it. But I think that the more of us band together, the better chance we have of stealing McPherson's thing. And
Well.
he's only interested in me.
Well, in exchange from a favor from Mr. Opossum, I guess I have no choice but to accept.
Wait a minute. When did this turn into me? You can't do this to me.
You just said I owe you a favor.
No, I owe you a favor.
That's what I just said.
The Who's on Third continues for a while. And we flash to Kitty has wrangled a bunch of stuff. What does that look like? Do you have people surreptitiously in spots? Is it obvious? Is it very apparent that you are making a giant sort of summoning
must
circle or
be.
something?
Yeah, it's very, very apparent.
Yeah.
I mean, we've taken over this library and we've had to move several shelves out into the hallway, and which is taking many people in very nice outfits, moving exceptionally heavy shelves, and the books, the
Yep.
poor books, and we've also we're using some of the books in the ritual. You
Yeah.
know, it's a production, and it has become similar to the mind thing. A fun thing for party goers to look at now.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole thing. And some people started just helping because they're excited for all this
Ooh.
operation.
Which
but-
has also become a thing that some of the Goetics are well, now we have to make sure that people don't ruin the
Right,
thing.
they're sort of a liability more
Yeah.
than helping. Most foremost of which is Mudface Tiberius, a
Mudface Tiberius.
a beautiful aging black dog with a purple cape, green crushed velvet on the inside, 2 collars, red and green, who keeps putting his head under your hands
Oh.
for
yeah.
pets, but also support. I'm helping.
Lucky
And
Strike
so-
is on Mudface duty. That's
Oh gosh, he's
right
definitely on Mudface.
because
duty.
everybody loves Mudface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She always looks very melancholy though.
Yeah.
Everybody, Kitty loves Mudface, so Lucky Strike is on it. And just keeps striking matches and running after this dog.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
Okay.
no.
Oh, what a
Just
good
running around, his
party.
cape is
It's a
flaring
good party.
out.
This is shaping up to be the perfect.
And then after a while, Gabriel gets announced because he didn't
Yes,
get announced
exactly.
till very
Whoa.
late.
Right. So you've already caused mass chaos. So I think he gets announced, but is not getting the effect he usually has on the crowd, right? They're sort of no. I assume.
They're all busy.
Yeah, the whole party has been co-opted by this point into your plans. So Gabriel Kincaid, Rourke Mudface was Rourke's doggo. Until recently. It's
thank you,
a
Rourke.
very good dog. And definitely in the pale, helping a lot.
What's
so,
that chalk?
Oh no.
What is that chalk?
Mudface. Okay, so Gabriel's there and looks confused. When you hear him announced, what do you do?
Watch them.
Yakervul?
No. Okay. Where's Lucy?
Yeah, and what are you doing all this
Lucy,
time? in
watch
this
them.
alternate-
We're dancing now, right?
I can do that.
Thank you.
Are we dancing at this point? Me and Lucy?
Unless you don't.
I don't know where we are in the
Busy.
timeline.
Lucy,
I think you're
I
dancing.
paid you. Go watch them.
That's my money, kitty.
And so you're doing like those in amazing moves, but this time you don't have the audience as much as you did
Oh,
before.
I'm glad
Which is-
for it.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm way better rested now than I was in the first incarnation of this party.
Excellent.
Yeah. I'm like a little nervous now because this guy's cool.
Have we described what he looks like? Because I don't know
No.
that we do. I'm imagining like lots of like ringlets of like black hair that are sort of falling in this like, just this
like an
very
old
like
pirate
dynamic. Yeah, a little bit.
Ooh.
And he's definitely got a bunch of vests that he had pulled that long chain from, and I think he has some sort of accessory, if not a cane, some sort of. What does he have?
Oh, yeah. He should have something cool.
I mean, besides his very cool legal pad holder thing, pad
Padfolio.
folio.
Super
Very
cool.
cool padfolio.
I think he does have like a cane, but I think it's like, it's just like a pommel stone, and then when he takes a step, it like makes the cane, and
that's
then when
very,
he picks
very
it back
cool.
up, it like
Perfect.
retracts.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's great. So,
yeah. So like he gets announced and like makes his way down because Kitty had to like yell at Lucy.
yeah.
And yeah, she like tries to straighten up, and
I think Gabriel's like walking toward you because he sees that you're some kind of epicenter of this wild activity.
yeah, and then she notices that, and then tries to gain control of the situation and walks over to meet him. Hi, I'm Kitty Hart.
And I'm Mudface.
Oh gosh. He like darts in.
Like you
as
strike.
you put your hand out, like
Yes.
your hand.
Yes, definitely. Gabriel like taps your hand confusedly.
She takes the dog and hi.
Lovely to meet you, Kitty.
Very nice to meet you. Again, turns out. So, you've been a great help to me this evening, and I would like more of your help with a ritual summoning that I'm doing to deal with a problem.
Now, I get asked this a lot, and I don't mean to be rude, but I am a very busy man, and I know that I don't have time to help with every ritual.
Fascinating, because like earlier when I asked you, you were just like into it. It was fun. Huh? That's
You know, it's a party. It takes me a while to warm up.
Sure. Anyway, so this is what you
Oh.
gave me earlier
Oh.
to show, but yeah, you're
He sort of reaches under his vest and nothing comes out. He looks very, very alarmed, but says, "Oh." So the ritual, which had a name that I will come up with again, but okay. So we agreed to enter into this ritual. So that's what you're doing. Okay. Wait, this is not the ritual.
no. So we completed that earlier, and then I've been setting
Did it
up.
go well?
Oh yeah, very, very well. Then yeah, I've been getting everyone. If you've noticed, the party's kind of waylaid, because the party's about to be attacked, and
Oh.
I would like to bypass some of the worst parts of that.
Well, we've got a little bit. We need to fortify that corner. I see. Who are we taking this from? And he starts sort of walking, and he pulls a little like sort of monocle-looking thing out, and he's sort of sketching out. He's looking at sort of the wards you're placing and the
Daniel
sort of the
McPherson, and then when she says in tandem with the
sausage salesman. Strange man, that one.
Very, very much so. Much scarier than everyone's giving him credit for.
So he's summoned multiple entities.
Yes, it was one summon in, multiple entities. They're all coming after me because of this whole binding situation.
Well, that seems very reasonable. Untrustworthy Mirror is the card I pulled.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. So, he's going to help because you have the correct, you have the message that he knew he would need to receive. So we'll skip forward a bit, but I'm going to see like how well.
How did the demons come in this time, Darcy?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, we're starting to get. Do you have an
Agamemnon
idea?
Butler's alive.
Yeah, dude. We just
Oh
saved
my
Agamemnon
gosh.
Butler and introduced Mudface.
Really a big win for NPCs
Yeah.
voiced by me.
This is very bad.
Oh.
This is very bad. I'm not even sure if I want to make
no.
this be as.
This
what it clearly
isn't
is.
possible.
No, let's do it.
Untrustworthy Mirror's meanings are illusion, false identity, and failure, which suggests to me that you did not just meet Gabriel Kincaid.
Oh no.
Little do you know. All right, so Gabriel Kincaid is helping you.
I also have a weird semantic question.
Yes, my
So
favorite kind.
Calvin suffered an anguish. I suffered a wound. We used
Yeah.
a bunch of benes.
Yes.
Did that not happen?
that a
That
re-
will happen.
We gotta
though.
redraw.
I think when the demons.
Oh my gosh. That's a great point.
Oh,
so,
we got two.
wow. Do we have 2 redraws?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
So we're getting the invisible sun hand.
2 people pick 2 cards.
Are we combining them both?
I don't know. We could
think we
combine or we
should.
could pick. Okay.
We got Forgotten Prisoner.
And inevitable cataclysm.
Wow!
This is just not going your way, guys. Awesome.
The will of Monty Cook will not be denied.
See, I think, Alan, once the demons show up, the first part of the fight plays out exactly the same way that it did.
Interesting.
Like, you will
We just
still
catch up to where
Yeah.
we
take
were
over the
left off.
mind of
We're
the
only
thing.
changing what we have to change
Yeah, it's
because
just
of
the
this.
summoning circle that's different.
Got it.
And then that's Inevitable Cataclysm.
We've drawn inevitable cataclysm
A lot
of
times, too. This game is magic. This game is magic.
I don't know how you want to do it.
Not always
Okay.
good magic.
Let's see. This one is nobody's heart, so I don't care about it as much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the one that is somebody's heart on the Testament of Suns. It is Visions. It is Kitty Heart. Is going to have +1 going forward, which is so proper. However, horrible things have just happened,
We
right?
do love our kitty, who is our inevitable cataclysm.
So something bad is coming. Now that it's been redrawn, it's not necessarily that Gabriel is not himself, but something bad is coming.
Yep, sounds right.
Okay. So let's cut to you've made a whole bunch of preparations, but you're waiting for that moment where something, the demons start creeping through you, right?
Yeah.
So let us see how that goes. Where are you when you're like the time is coming? Where do you go to ready yourself? Like, what are you doing when the demons come?
When the demons come. So I think that everybody else is going to be doing the main, summoning in the main area, and we've set up with a chalk thing a line connecting it all the way down through the stairs, and we put me in an open area that's heavily fortified, but to do the least property damage.
Yep.
So probably the open ballroom, pretty close to where it originally.
Is that Mudface?
That's
Mudface.
Mudface. Mudface is such a good boy.
Thank you for sending us the picture of Mudface.
Mudface keeps trying to come into the place where you're fortifying yourself
Oh
and
no!
has to get
it has to get led
pulled
off.
away. Yeah.
Get shepherded off.
He's so excited.
But yeah, big open area so that again, it's property damage was the concern. At
Yep.
one point, a plant person came up and was like, "We've heard about an attack.
Yeah.
Structural. There's some concerns about structural damage in the columns."
Don't worry yourself, sweetheart. She's got it all under control.
So
A possum
This
has
opossum
it
sounds a
going.
lot like Spoonwayne.
It's creeping me out, man.
I'm different.
So the music was cut out a good 10 minutes before,
Yeah.
and everyone was let off the dance floor, and now I'm on the dance floor.
Okay, so you're centered. Are you sitting? Are you seated? Are you standing, waiting?
I don't want to give them a chair to work with, so I guess I'm standing in case I
Okay.
gotta run.
Well, didn't they come out of you the last time?
No, they came out of a briefcase that I had to work with. So I guess I've put like a pool of water.
But it was from your memories. Sort of.
Oh, it was from my memories. Yeah.
But it was like using the briefcase.
Yes, I have a plate of meat in case.
Okay, yeah, nice. So your amulet that used to be a horrible flamingo and now looks your maker
flutter
friend.
of
The
wings.
wings.
The flutter of wings starts to warm and start fluttering as you are as something starts happening. So I think like you're feeling your thoughts are harder and harder to sort of grasp, and like your whole physiologically your body is like reacting to stress before it even is there. And so I'm thinking where these like little cuts in reality start forming around you. And so you're sort of protected by that amulet and by all the protections you've been laying ahead, but there's still these little slices in the reality around you as you see one of the long limbs of Arakesh dipping out and one of the feathery wings of Imago starting to flutter through these slits in reality. So they're starting to come through. What happens with your what is supposed to happen as they start emerging?
They're supposed to all like blip up here and then zoop back up into the library.
Cool. So they're about to be stepping into a trap, like a bear trap sort of thing, or where it pulls them. Cool. So what goes horribly, horribly wrong? So most of this works, right? You see demons slipping through, getting pulled into the library, all sorts of great stuff.
It had to be something that this guy did, right?
Which guy?
The guy who's not the guy who you think he is.
Oh, I thought that we got rid of that one.
We did. So something.
But this is inevitable cataclysm. This is a different type of thing, right?
Okay.
I think I have an idea if you don't, but I want to give you first dibs
Yeah,
on
it
the
was the-
cataclysm.
Do you guys have any big ideas?
I mean, if Darcy's got an idea, we should probably just use her idea.
Occasionally I have them. So you guys are all like watching. It's starting to go well. You see a demon slip through and it gets like yoinked into that library, right? Sort of pulled back. And then a couple of them are filtering through, but that's just like, it's just the sheer numbers. And that was expected and that's fine. So some like combat starts kind of happening. You're like starting to, I don't know where you are, but like a demon or something is sort of headed your way.
Something is happening.
But it is, there is like one of those columns that's sort of at the edge of this dance floor. The divots, like the indentations in them, sort of one of them deepens and like opens up. And out steps Vittoria Zhu, who we have not seen yet. She is
Finally.
a traveling librarian. And so what does she look like?
She's dead, right?
She's dead. Yep.
Okay.
What does she look like?
She's got to be grand. This is kind of her party. She's very well known here.
Okay.
We weren't given any instruction from the backer,
Ooh.
so that's what I am.
I think she's made of gold.
Great.
Gold and jade.
Cool. I love it.
Okay.
What shape is it in?
What shape is what part?
Like,
Her body.
so she's composed
like
of
a
gold and
person?
jade, but is she like a person, or is she like?
She's a traveling librarian. Is she another book person, like Librelite?
Ooh, that could be pretty cool.
We haven't seen another one of those.
We haven't.
But I don't know if Librelite should remain unique.
Let's call her. She's humanoid, and maybe she's like she's got very like androgynous clothing. She's like got a mix of sort of feminine bits and sort of masculine coded clothing, and she's got like some really elaborate hairstyle that's got sort of magical little trinkets coming out of it.
Oh, cool.
Sound fine?
Sounds good.
So she's got sort of a waistcoat and like long, really long pants, but really high heels.
Okay, so jade skin, gold hair,
Yeah, there we go.
and gold nails too.
Yeah. All right, so Vittoria Zhu steps out, and there's sort of like a hush that goes around. Where are you, Calvin?
So Calvin was still caught up in his. He did his contest and he did his dance.
Yeah, cool.
So he's probably dancing.
Excellent. Okay, so the demons are sort of erupting. The cataclysm is somehow related to Vittoria Zhu. So I think, like, do you do the, like, snapping imago out of Kitty?
Yeah, that's
okay,
still happening.
so that happens.
That was the coolest thing
'cause
I've ever done.
It was very cool.
That was very cool.
And so Imago gets out because she's one of the more powerful of she's
Yeah.
sort of the leader of the fray. Lots of these little ones that were causing all this property damage are getting zoinked off to the library. Imago is starting to say, sorry, Kitty, you're like on it. You remove the memory and flip her functionally. But that's what goes wrong. So in this version, Vittoria Zhu is up there, and something about the snap of the way you like reversed her memory, you couldn't turn her to just protect Kitty. You had to change her target. And so you said you weren't here to take Kitty, you were here to take someone else. And that is when
That chick's out to destroy your secrets, Wayne.
Ooh, there it is. Spoon Wayne.
This is
Struck.
all Calvin's doing, but we can undo it. We can undo it now.
Excellent.
To
So
take Calvin away.
to take Vittoria.
No, Vittoria. See, if Calvin, he's chaos. Vittoria, she's a loose end. She's gonna provide you all sorts of answers that your little brain can't handle. Look at me, Wayne.
I'm
a part of
loathe
you.
loose ends.
You gotta take care of this. You gotta pull on that string until the sweater unravels.
So I can make a new, better sweater.
God.
I snap that memory into place.
Excellent. Imago, who's enveloped you, but this time you were ready for those scales. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Okay.
you are
So
able
I'm
to
fine.
not start getting bound that way.
Okay.
Do you use magic, or what do you use to sort of like deflect her, or do you just tell your friend to act faster?
Yeah, that's who's
Cool.
prepared this time.
All right, he was prepared. Imago goes fluttering off toward Vittoria, who looks very, very shocked, and her eyes go very wide. She's got these high eyebrows. So, like more and more demons are like getting through. We're sort of reaching the maximum velocity of demons coming through the space, and so combat's happening. Spoon Wayne is kind of taking over because he helped you clear your mind so you could flip that memory. So horrible things are happening there. We flip to Lucy Bright.
Lucy Bright.
Lucy
Okay.
Bright, who has been wined and dined and flirted with and had her like
geez.
years long crush on our dear friend Wayne here, finally started to realize, and now is seeing Wayne hunched over a like scaly demon with huge like disjointed spoon hands, lurching into this creature and eating it.
All right.
What does Lucy?
Chat. Should I roll a die, or should we draw a card?
I'm into it.
I think we're gonna have to draw a card.
You think so?
I wanna know what her
Okay.
reaction
A full
is.
spectrum of reactions possible.
I feel like you need to draw it.
Okay. So yeah, Lucy Bright's eyes sweep across the thing. She's panicking. She looks down, and for a brief moment, Wayne looks up and makes eye contact with her. There's just like a peel of like demon scaly flesh hanging out of his mouth.
I think it's a demon face, and it's
Just-
still.
Oh,
Like
God.
still
talking.
like
Yeah.
slip it in.
Oh,
Cheeks
God.
bulging, throat bulging,
Oh gosh.
sweating.
This could be her king.
I just drew the assassin card.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
I mean,
So-
is this
We've seen
good
this
for you though?
Dramatically.
That's fun. What does that mean?
Does she kill Spoon Wayne?
Maybe it assassinates her feelings.
Yeah. Well, I want to know what the
Okay,
themes.
its meanings are. So it's the Mysteries family, which is nobody of you. Its value is 8, so it's a powerful card. Its meanings are finesse, stealth, betrayal, and finality.
finality.
Finality and betrayal.
Wow.
She just looks at
Think
that
that's it.
and goes, like her face turns like green,
Yeah.
and she.
Oh nope.
Oh!
Redraw! I'm so excited.
Yes!
Impossible! Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you The Whispering Lover card. What
sound
the
is magic.
shit?
Invisible sound is magic.
Oh my
We did it.
You did this.
We did it.
You did this.
Was that names equipped?
What the shit?
Oh my god.
Is it the Secrets family too?
It might be.
I think
It's the last card of all of the cards. It's
Visions.
Visions, which is Kitty.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the Heart family.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The Heart
What does that
family.
mean?
It means that I am in for a rough time when I come out of Spoonwave mode.
Oh
I think she has fallen fully for you.
She's probably deeply concerned and feels like she has to save
Save
me.
you.
Or way into Vor.
Or yeah,
What are the themes?
This is bad.
maybe she has
They
a fear
are-
of demons. I don't know. You are Lucy Bright, James.
Okay,
What's going on?
I gotta know what the themes
Let
are.
me give you more. Okay, so love, romance, partnership, loved ones, relationships. The quote is, "Moments with those we love are fleeting, and yet carry the most power."
What the fuck?
The whispering lover always suggests a bond in place or one that will form very soon, but it can be positive or negative. Yeah, this card essentially brings the relationship into
I didn't
play.
want to.
So I think she like puts herself at risk trying to save you, or I don't know. What does she do? You know her.
Yeah.
What
are
does
you-
she do?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, like, she's looking at this. She's looking at him digging into demons, and she's also a goetic.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
knows that something's bad.
And eating
Yeah.
demons.
Eating demons is dangerous.
Yeah, but
Is it?
he's
It is.
Whoops.
handling it.
No, it's dangerous.
Kat is asking for smooches, just saying.
No.
Please.
Oh my
Lord.
god, okay, I know what this is. Okay. So she's a like she
But he's handling
she
it.
walks over
What
she
an angle.
she walks over to him.
Handling it.
And like he's got this big like wobbling mound of like fat and flesh and viscera, and
Oh
she
my God.
like grabs his hands,
No, they're mine.
Oh god.
and she like, I think in the air there's like a little bit of light, of like gold light. She traces what looks like a summoning circle in the air and sort of gestures Wayne's head through it, and like something about you feels compelled to do that. And when you go through it, you can, like in your mind, Spoon Wayne is locked in a prison.
Yay.
Wow. Thank you, chat.
You
Thank
just
you.
my hands
Thank you, Lucy.
like my body
Oh,
reshapes
yeah.
and I throw up. I think I throw up.
have a joy.
immediately. I'm gonna throw
First
up.
of all, that's a joy.
But also,
But also,
damn it.
okay. So like, does she keep holding onto his
Well,
hands?
yeah.
Right?
She like
There's
she
like
keeps
a
holding
moment.
up his hand. You certainly show a girl an interesting evening, Wayne.
Well, I like to be the life of the
Amazing. Van Helken just subscribed. Thank you. Give somebody a sortilege.
Yeah, assign it to somebody.
Okay.
Jeez Louise.
So Vittoria Zhu is up on that balcony and is getting swept up in Imago. So there seems to be some sort of fight. You're dancing on the dance floor and / dealing with some lower level demons. You've just eradicated Spoon Wayne, which
God.
if you hadn't
good.
taken a wound before this, did you already take your wound yet?
I took an anguish, I took a wound from eating demon flesh,
So
which
I-
have done.
that we have done.
yeah,
yeah.
excellent.
Because like I'm definitely not caught in this brain trap anymore. Because I did break out
yeah,
of
you're
that
good.
previously.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Are we still being attacked by demons?
I know how to shut this down, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna
I
get.
got
You're
it.
gonna
Yeah,
rock
go
it.
ahead.
Really?
I got it.
Okay.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
sick. Lucy Bright's
So
supporting all my weight right now.
Calvin is in the middle of this chaos.
Yeah.
And he like has sort of been taking it in, and he sees this summoning circle on the ground. And like he like I think the things that he heard from
Sortilege
Kitty
to you.
earlier of like as she was explaining what they were doing to people and directing them around. It's like, no, you got to put a triangle there because that controls this and this and this. And like Calvin is sort of going through it in his mind, and he like sees the strands of like weave that are these different geometric shapes in the summoning circle, and he sort of looks up at the sky and then grabs like one of these sort of fragmented weaves, and I am going to be taking sight from freedom and combining it with power from thunder.
Ooh.
I am going to be casting a level 9 spell.
What?
And I am going to be increasing this spells with my full 5 that I can spend sorcery. So it's got a +5 right now, and I'm going to roll my die with a sortilege die. Calvin is using this. I'll roll to see if it's successful first, because I need at least a 4. Okay, I got a 9 and a 5.
Nice.
So this is going to go beautifully. Calvin weaves freedom and thunder together into fireworks. They shoot up
Smooch.
into the sky and explode. And as they explode, they form a complementary summoning circle to Kitty's. So like between the two, it will like come together at a nexus and allow Kitty to like bargain for control for all of these demons. So this is going to be a +2 dice to a
Wow.
significant action
Cool.
ongoing.
Oh my gosh.
So Kitty will have +2 dice to wrest control of all these demons from Daniel McPherson.
Cool.
Great. +2 dice?
+2 dice.
That's-
I don't know what that means.
That means you roll 2 extra dice, which is very important because in magical effects, if you're going against something magical, you need 2 successes.
Wow. That's,
Dope.
So
that's huge.
that is huge. So Kitty, you're looking at a 13 was what had set up this spell.
Okay.
It is impossible to roll a 13 on the die. So what are you doing? So some of this prep is definitely going to like bring that level down, right? Like
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring it down 2 from all the prep you did.
And she's got a bonus for her card being in the Invisible Sun.
Okay. So,
That's right.
And doesn't she also have a bonus from the Lovers as well? Does that compound?
So is that a +2? Is it the
That's
defender?
+2, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, great.
So yeah, I think.
Does it say defender on it?
Defender?
On the bottom?
It just says gold and silver.
It's not the
Yeah.
defender.
No,
That was an
so
old
it's
one.
just one.
1 from defender.
So 1,
We have
2.
1 from Whispering Lover.
1 from Whispering Lover.
Ah, what a draw.
You have 2 extra
Sorry,
dice
dude.
from.
I'm not
that.
sorry. It's amazing.
Oh, Punquility.
Thank you,
Throw it in there.
Punquility.
Thank you.
+1 from Punquility.
Punquility has been like the MVP of increasing rolls
Absolutely.
by
And
1.
I'm going to give you one of my sortilege.
Yay!
Yes!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Friendship.
I forgot
So
we could
you
do
sort
that.
of see, you like weave a little magic or spend a.
I had no idea we could do that either.
I just found
That's
that out
awesome.
today.
Cool, cool. Good to know.
So you're gonna be rolling at least 4
4
dice.
dice, yeah.
You're looking for 2 successes though, so that is good.
And what's the target number? Or is it a secret?
So the spell was 11. She had 2 to her venture because of prepping all this stuff and being aware.
So 9.
So that's that brings so 13 to 11. Defender. Sorry, the 1 card here, the 1 card here. So that's another 2. So that's 9 +1 from Tranquility, so an 8. So you're looking for 2 8s on 4 dice.
That's still pretty
You
rough.
also can. It is still pretty rough.
You
Yeah.
gotta spend
I'm
some.
going to have to spend some, but I'm going to have to keep some for like ladder stuff, you know?
Right.
But let's think through how much stuff I'm actually going to need. To just establish it, I think, is the only thing that I actually need, because later I'm going to be spending stuff from persuasion, blah, blah, blah. Right? The only thing that I actually need to spend a sorcery on is the initial roll. So I can spend all of my sorcery pool, correct?
Which is how many?
6?
6. Okay. So this is a little wonky because you're not like summoning one thing of a specific level.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to go through all the steps of colloquy because
Yeah.
you're not like initiating it. You're
Right.
taking it.
Yes.
So let's see. Let's say it'll be like 4 to sort of. I mean, you've kind of already opened it. I don't think you need to spend any initially to open it. I think it's all like pulling it to you, right? So I'm gonna let you pour your sorcery into it, but it's gonna be
Ooh,
one
nice.
big.
Looks like she's got
Down to
gonna be
a
one
six.
big roll.
+1 for. Well, I don't know if these compound. That's on
They
Darcy.
will for an important event like this.
Okay.
So this is one from Names Equipped and one from Solemn Lyrian.
Okay.
So that's 2
So we're down to 6s that you need to hit.
Which I think you can
I'm
do.
gonna make
You
it
can do
one
that.
big roll of you just being a goetic and like reaching out and taking that pact and transferring it to yourself, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Is
Yeah.
that how you want to narrate it?
That makes complete sense to me.
And then we just need to designate which one's the sortilege die so we know if there's a flux.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. This is mine. This is the thing. I'm putting in one of my sortilege,
Okay.
which I think is the correct thing to do, and then I have 2 from Calvin.
I can't fully remember whether you can stack up sortilege from one person and another. I'm gonna roll yes right now.
Okay. Yeah, so I have
So 5
these 2
dice.
sortilege.
5
Looking
dice
for
two
2
sixes.
6s. Get
Someone
it.
clipped that redraw.
Good. That was so good.
Got him.
Yes!
Got him.
Really?
6
really?
and 9.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh. And a 3, a 4, and a
And a
5.
five, so-
Wow, just got it.
Oh my gosh. Whew. No flux.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so tense.
talk to
We
me.
have to have a special bonus for being on the lover card and having a 6 and a 9 and a single roll, right?
They're very magical
whatever
numbers.
do you mean?
Super magical numbers.
I don't understand.
Please explain.
The
Explain
chat,
it to
the chat
us.
will explain.
Chat, what is he talking
They're just
about?
saying nice. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory.
Kitty, tell me how this goes.
Okay.
You need to.
How-
This is all.
So she sees her circle's going off somewhere, and she's still standing on her chalk, so it's like still activating.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the space, the chalk is activating, and then she sees this firework display going off, and
Yeah.
it's like sensory overload
Oh,
for
yeah.
a little bit. And at first, she doesn't understand what's happening. She's just like struggling to think through what in the world she's going to do, and she sees that Victoria Zhu is being attacked, and
Yeah.
she's also seeing that her cousin is making moves on Wayne, and she's like,
And he's in just a bad way,
he's
too.
in a terrible way. So her current plan of action is to use her conjoinment spell to smash Victoria Zhu and her cousin together, so that Lucy
stuck.
has to watch over Victoria. And like she's like, that's a really good plan. Good job, Kitty. You're doing something that's gonna help everybody, because that's definitely what's most important right now.
Oh, Kitty.
Amazing.
And then the fireworks start to
yeah.
like
Totally.
look like this summoning circle.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's right. There's a job. There's you have to be present and do the thing.
I feel like we get like a flash. We get occasional flashes to Kitty's like half heart, right? She's being like pulled by her emotions and
yeah, that's and she like strengthens her resolve, and she's like, no, you gotta do the correct thing and focus and do the thing that everyone's depending on you for. And she like looks at Imago, who's like
yeah.
her friend who's relying on her. And she thinks through, because like there aren't enough things on Calvin's circle, because he doesn't know how to do this, to actually make it work. So she's like, oh God, what do I have of Calvin's that's going to make that thing adequate? And so she's like, oh, I have a thing. And she pulls out the invisible sun thing that Calvin has,
the
that
the signature,
his
yeah.
signature that has all of the points of the invisible sun.
yeah.
That's actually super powerful. And she like takes Lucky out of her pocket and strikes the thing on fire and shoots it up into the
Yeah.
thing, and it like lights up.
Cool.
And it activates his circle properly,
Awesome.
so that there's like a rainbow flash that matches the current rainbow flash of the activated circle. and there's like a stupid star alignment thing.
Yeah.
And she like grabs a portion of it and pulls it down and like enters a matrix of the thing and starts colloquying with whoever is the demon that was supposed to be the point of contact.
Right. It is Imago. So Imago is currently, I'm imagining like the rest of the floor sort of fades away where only the two of you are sort of what you can see. And Imago is, time is almost slowing as this is sort of the fast-paced thing that you can do, this colloquy. And so you see those long, feathery, branched out, beautiful, branched antennae sort of fly up, and she sort of like turns toward you. She's still got Vittoria Zhu slowly trying to defend herself under one of the wings, but she sort of turns toward you on this balcony up above.
Hey.
Oh, Kitty. I'm on a bit of a job here, you see.
Yeah.
Nothing personal.
No, I understand. I am here to hire, I guess you and everyone else out to steal your own summon out from Daniel McPherson.
Well, I'm afraid I'm in a bit of a bind here. What do you have to offer?
Well, I figured we'd do this bribe style. I got a whole lot. I've got, a bunch of chickens, all the food at the party, all the drinks currently on tap at the Fine Jubilee.
Imago gets much bigger and fluffier and says, do you know what Daniel McPherson had to do to us to get us all here?
No. No. Well, you could tell me.
Do you have the Goetic summoning sheet?
But I do.
The cheat sheet? Just trying to get my words right. Cool. So, it was coercion. Daniel has my mate.
Oh.
He has something on all of us, and he's got pain motivating some of the lower levels of demons. I don't know what you could offer me to make it safe for me to change my course of action. He ordered me to steal the name of Vittoria Zhu, which is what she thinks, because that's what you told her.
Right.
Wow.
So, the bribery would have to be really, really high to think of something that would overpower that for her.
That level 9 circle above you is made out of freedom. You might be able to leverage that because it's a level 9 spell. It's wild.
Yeah. Well, so I've been seeing how he keeps people, and I work with people who specialize in freedom. So if the deal is about freeing people that Daniel McPherson's making sausages out of, we can deal with that.
So I'm gonna need a roll to see how well you're able
This
to
is
make
a
that
heist.
case, right?
We're gonna steal this guy's demons
And angels.
and his angels.
So,
Yeah, we don't know. I assumed her mate was a demon. It might be an angel.
Or something entirely different.
Yeah.
Like,
Her mate could be poor layout for an apartment.
okay, so I'll spend an interaction, Bene.
ugh.
Okay.
I have 3 to the roll on top
He's
of
better
that.
off.
You let
And
it
then
go.
1 onto the roll, right? Or 2 to the roll.
2
because
to the
of-
roll.
So 5 to the roll and an interaction, Bene. 6 to the roll.
Cool. She's a level 8.
And I rolled a 5. 5 to the roll, rolled a 5.
So you get 10.
Yeah.
Which is good because she may have even been more difficult
Oh,
because
well, you
they have her
actually are
mate.
rolling. That's +2 ongoing.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Really?
so you get to roll
Yep.
2 extra dice.
That's crazy powerful.
I rolled a 9.
Good.
It's a level 9 spell. It's
Awesome.
not kid
Okay,
gloves.
so you like make it clear like we can. And so what are you like promising to do this for her, or are you just trying to be like, just save us? You know, we're good for it, I promise. Or are you like agreeing like,
I get into trouble. I think I'm promising to do this
cool,
for
cool.
I mean, we're gonna mess with this guy anyway.
That's perfect. Imago sort of looks over at her prey of Vittoria Zhu, who's whose jade skin is like, her face is sort of contorted in this scream that's very, very slowly ongoing. And Imago looks back to you. And what does it look like when like a pact or like an agreement sort of transfers over, or something breaks? Like what would the visual of that be?
So since I'm made of glass,
Yeah.
what it like there are strings binding them somewhere.
Yep.
And normally you don't see it because people aren't clear.
Mm-hmm.
But like all of their various colored stuff
Yeah.
comes and attaches somewhere into me.
Perfect.
And it's very visible.
Yeah, and you can it all sort of like lights up, and I'm imagining that it ropes into a braid of rope from Imago, because it's sort of all tied to her as the key negotiator, but that it gets brought into you. Excellent. Like Imago sort of relaxes a bit. Is there another thing you need to do, or I think that's the agreement, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all. If they're
That's relevant
willing
to
to go
this.
into it, then,
Yeah.
then we're
With
A-okay.
you rolled a 9 and you had +5 or more. All right, we must act fast. Thank you, Kitty. All right, we like snap back into regular non-goetic matrix time, and all of the demons everywhere and angels like stop their movement. Imago, like, do you want to keep this whole horde doing something, or like what is your new
you are in
instruction for
control
them?
of all of this.
Um,
Wild.
The demons usually work for Imago, like many of them anyway.
yeah.
But
All right. Nobody make a ruckus. Hold on a sec. Calvin,
Yes.
we need to go free a bunch of demons and angels and stuff from your old landlord.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Can we do that? You can do that, right? Calvin, we need to do that?
Maybe. I probably could. I mean, I didn't know I could do that. And he points up at the ridiculous summoning circle. So, I'm sure I could make it up as I go.
Sounds good. Do any of you want to help with that, or do you all want to go home?
I'd prefer to go home.
No, not you. I mean the rest. I meant everyone. I meant you guys. She looks at all the demons.
yeah,
Oh. I just want to finish this stuff.
Bound to you.
I'm talking about your preference. It's a different type of. How. Imago. what-
Is your order to know our preference?
Yes.
All right.
very good.
I guess then you'll have. I don't know. Well, I mean, most of them are probably. I mean, this is up to Darcy.
I don't know. This is a very unusual circumstance. I think like
I mean, they probably are frightened of Dana McPherson.
they are. I think
Yeah,
some of
I
them are
can't
willing to
imagine they'd
stick
wanna go.
stick around though, because like if what some of them clearly have people they care about bound
Oh,
in
yeah.
Daniel McPherson's
Also, like
place.
potentially removing the ability to have to be summoned by him again, or like him knowing who
They
they are and
know-
stuff.
yeah, he has
'Cause
their names.
Their only other option is like not show up. He knows they failed. I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
feels
'cause-
like a total 50-50.
I think some of them follow and some of them don't. A number of the angels, if you're giving them the same choice,
Yeah. Everyone who wants to go home can go home.
I just got here.
It is getting late, though.
I don't care what you guys do.
the band, like
Now
jazz
that's
band, is starting to have fixed their horrible instruments that had turned into like agents of
God.
death and are like now starting to play music again. The party, this happens occasionally at the Eternal Party. We cut to Wayne, who is like hunched over hurling, and you see a little translucent ghost, Pinky Nub.
What? Come out of my mouth?
No, on the ground, waving at you.
Wait a minute. My pinky.
It's your pinky. Sorry. So it's It's just going past.
What the hell?
It's the
Can
ghost
I
of your
snatch
pinky. I mean, it's
Do
like
you have ghost grabbing?
Yeah, I used my ghost grabber. I made one of those.
did you?
It's like one of those things you buy in museum gift stores. It's like a robot claw.
I do love that.
Excellent.
No, I just wave. I just throw up. I throw up.
Yeah,
You just keep
so-
throwing up more. Okay, cool.
buddy.
Let it all out. Let it all out.
So you guys are you have like a diminished demon and angel army, but you still have a lot of the angels aren't bound by that like horrible barbed wire.
Yeah.
But a number of them are still there. I'm debating whether we haven't really focused on the angels here. Who do we find? So Walker of the Valley, that lion dog, body made of earth and mane of moss is definitely there, and I wonder whether Ari Aloha was there. That's the two-headed lion. We hadn't. I think
Funny seeing you here.
I don't know if they're here because they're too high powered. Daniel
Yeah.
didn't get to them. I just love them. Okay, so you do
Oh,
get.
what about that angel that helped me walk home?
Yes, Argentus.
Yeah.
Argentus is here.
Cool.
Cool. Argentus and there are other ones too, but these are some of the names. Cool. All right. So the party is starting to happen around you. We have like Gabriel Kincaid looking very pleased with how things have gone, sort of, looking at you with a newfound respect. You're puking by Lucy Bright. You guys are together. Do you have a way?
Two things I don't like.
I'm so sorry.
Do you have thoughts about how you're getting back to Saturnine, if that's where you're going? There's that ship, but that took time.
That did take time.
However, the
Do you want
demons.
me to try something?
Yeah. Let's draw a new card. Could you?
I'm gonna hit my second refresh.
Good idea. Anyone else is free to do that. You spend
I'm gonna do it
Take an
too.
action, and you just refill a pool.
Here's the fun thing I'm gonna do. I'm going to.
Uh-oh. Sealed door. That's kind of ominous.
I'm gonna end my fingertips of light by pressing them into my own body and healing myself of a wound.
That's
Which is
amazing.
That's
How that ends.
pretty great.
And the color is pale. Do you only have one wound?
I only have one wound.
Do you have any anguish?
I don't, but I am currently throwing up demon flesh. I'd love to
I
end
can
that.
take care of the rest of that, actually.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah?
I'd rather.
Calvin
No.
excitedly walks over to Wayne and opens his hand, and his palm glows green, and he just sort of places it on Wayne's head. I learned this on the ship. It should be fine. And he puts it on your head, and any sort of negative effects, I can heal one wound. I
Ooh.
can heal one wound with that.
So
Excellent.
yeah, sickness complete.
Yeah, I think you are like taking a deep breath, perhaps.
Ugh.
While that's happening, Lucy's like patting his back,
Oh.
and I see this happen, and I'm like, so I like pat hers very, very sympathetically, and then like cast Find the Cracks in Selfishness and steal all of her money.
you ass.
Well,
I
Which is
love
at
it.
least 100 orbs because you
at
just
least
gave her
100 orbs.
I think it's 5 gem orbs.
5
which
gem
are
orbs, thank you.
so
500.
500 orbs.
$500.
$500. I think.
All
that
the
was
currency carried by a
brutal.
person you touch instantly transfers to your pockets, wallets, or bag.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's okay.
No mage coins in there? I need me
I'm
some
going
mage
to get the
coins.
heart of Wayne, which is so much more valuable.
Well,
Ooh.
Oh, kill me.
So what are you gonna do, man?
Okay, I am
How are you
going
gonna get us
to
out of
once
this?
again spend all of my sorcery. This time to cast a level 10 spell.
Oh my gosh.
What?
So I need to get a 5.
You are also no. Wayne is enhanced right now. Continue.
I need to get a 5 or better to do this. And I am going to take movement from freedom and I guess power from thunder. So Calvin sort of like yanks on the thread that was like suspending this massive like glowing summoning circle above them, and now he's just got an overwhelming amount of like power just swirling around one of
Yeah.
his hands, and like he's got sort of a manic expression on his face. I think I can do this, and I'm gonna spend my last sortilege, and I got my 5, baby.
Oh my
Yes!
gosh, yes.
So I am going to use this level 10 spell effect.
Oh my gosh.
Open an ongoing portal to any location in this or any universe.
Louise.
That's amazing.
Just casual magic.
So what I think this looks like is the room shakes, like
Yeah.
completely shakes, and just falling away in the floor is, God, what's an inconvenient thing for everyone? I think it's like a pothole and
Oh.
in the street, and I think it's like right in front of Kitty's bar.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's when you say ongoing, how long does this last?
It just says
It says
ongoing,
ongoing.
doesn't it?
Okay.
So yeah,
I think there will be a depletion,
I'm
but
sh-
it'll
I
probably
think
be as on 0.
the
It'll
city.
take a,
The city can probably repair this.
yeah,
but-
like they repair the sound holes.
I mean,
Anyway.
that's true.
I'm not bitter about it or anything.
So yeah, there is just this hole directly between Saturnine and the Pale that's like in the floor of this party and in a pothole in front of Kitty's bar.
Kitty looks at it, notices her bar, and she looks like upset, and then she gets thoughtful and looks over at everyone. The Fine Jubilee's a really nice bar. And if anyone wanted to attend an after party,
Ooh.
drinks are 50% off for the next hour.
There's
You have
like
that authority?
You just ruined the shuffleboard floor.
I guess then all we'll have to do is drink.
beautiful. So a rush of people going through the portal.
Calvin, can you? I hate to do this. Can you adjust the portal a little bit?
Just.
You didn't compensate for gravity when you made it, so it's in the floor here and it's on the ground there. So when people jump in, they're just gonna go in and out over and over and over again.
That sounds like fun to me.
It's not fun. How do you get either direction?
Well,
when they're-
you climb. You catch and climb, and it'll be easy to climb because half of
Can
your
you
weight.
move the portal off the ground in front of the bar? Just put it
No,
up in the air.
I'm feeling extraordinarily tired, and I do not remember how I did that.
It'll be fine.
All right.
We're just gonna have to jump in sideways, diagonal.
It's just like this is such
Diagonal.
an amazing
Calvin-
display of power.
It's
It's
gonna
like
be
if you
diagonal.
put just an ounce of forethought into it, it would have been so
What
good.
does Lucy say? Does she back him up?
We're just gonna go like this.
You gotta like run at an angle and
Yeah.
jump out of it. It just would
It
have
just
been,
really feels like you weren't even thinking about it a little bit.
if you had put it
the problem.
vertically, then we would
To
hop
Vit-
through it like
Victoria.
a doorway.
I'm so sorry. Please consider a ladder. Maybe installing a ladder through the portal temporarily. We will pay for half
Oh,
of it.
Victoria! Hi! I'm Calvin! It's nice to meet you.
Victoria brings you in. Victoria like is listening to you, but is just like not giving a single care about that. Victoria like brings you over, and sort of and she's like fairly translucent, but her body form is like her edges are very solid, but she's a little see-through. Is sort of the kind of dead she is currently.
Very solid edges.
Some ladders have like brass tips at the ends, and I think those are very nice ladders.
You roll that persuader, that charm.
Yeah, yeah.
Roll that charm.
I rolled a 2.
A 2.
It gets up boosted right now
Yeah.
to the roll was reduced by 5 overall.
Uh-huh.
So
So not outright.
Serious.
Like
It wasn't good though.
it wasn't good. Victoria deigns to like look at you, and then like looks back at Calvin and leans in and just quietly whispers, "You need to go quickly. The other kitty heart will be acting soon." And she presses her thumb pads into your like cheekbones, and you gain the pale ability of your forte.
What?
It is
What?
walk the path of suns and walk it quickly, Calvin. And then she's gone. So you feel like a suffusion of power and a strange new ability take over you as you suddenly have the pale ability Cheat Death.
What the shit?
When I die in the round following my death, I become a ghost with full awareness and control, and my spiritual form floats beside the spot where I died.
Wow.
Dope.
Yeah.
Zowie.
And Vittoria sort of like melts into dissipation. So she said, "Go."
Right. Guys, we gotta go. Your crappy aunt is like about to make some stuff pop off, and we gotta save some angels and demons.
Great. Victoria, I had hoped to have a chat with you, and that's clearly not possible at this point. So if you don't mind, I'll find a way to contact you.
Well,
I slip her a card.
there's like a hole right in front of my bar.
But
so.
I gotta be real, I have no idea if that's stable or gonna last. So
Well, I can tell you the embassy is not gonna be happy about this, for sure.
I'll give you a call.
Neither is the warden.
I'm also super curious about what happens to our
Oh my
sleeping bodies in my
God.
house when we erupt from this portal. So we'll just see.
Hey.
Here you go.
There's another chance for you to talk to Opening at least.
The card sort of comes along and dissipates and melts with her.
Sweet.
As she's
Oh,
gone.
dang, I wish I hadn't done that. Probably ruined it, but whatever.
Tacky.
What?
Agamemnon Butler is. I don't think any of you really interacted with him this time around.
But you
so.
know that you know that he's useful to you, right?
Yeah, and is no longer dead.
You should probably.
and at the end of his life cycle.
You've only got a couple months. You've only got a couple months. You gotta go.
You gotta
You
take
gotta
priorities,
introduce
man.
yourself.
Yeah, but there's no time.
There's plenty of time.
My crappy aunt is about to make some stuff pop off.
He lives in Santorini normally, right? He's not dead.
He's not dead. But
No,
did
he
you?
lives in the blue.
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
that's right. He lives in
He
the
has,
blue.
he has a cottage in
But
the
I'm
blue.
building us a boat. We're gonna be fine.
We're
gonna
gonna
be
be fine. Let's go.
All right, you jump through at an angle, awkwardly get through, and we will cut here as we pick up next week. What happens? So you get through the portal. You're in front of the fine Jubilee. There's a number of living and dead folks who are like filtering through, and the door is just like constantly held open as people filter through, drinking and partying and having a good time.
Did we spend time at this party, or were we?
Kitty, what's going on?
Drinks are half off. Sorry.
You're gonna hear about this.
Whoa.
You do that cartoon like legs, and then you take off.
Scootaloo. Excellent. Do you spend time at this party?
I was hoping I want to make a present for Kitty based on our
Ooh.
experiences here.
Okay.
I've determined that my friends are utterly without foresight, and I need to compensate.
That is very accurate. It's extremely accurate.
No.
So I want to make the same thing 3 times, and because it's normally a real cheap, easy level 1 thing. I want to make them last forever, which brings their difficulty up to 3.
Cool.
But then back down to 2 because of my like proficiencies and stuff. So here we go. I'm making 3 pieces of chalk.
Oh.
That's a 9.
Nice.
That's a 1.
So there's a quirk,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But a quirky success.
Yep.
And a straight success.
Great.
So the goal is that I make you a gold chalk, a silver chalk, and like a lustrous, almost like oil colored chalk.
Cool.
And the goal is for each one of those, you can pre-draw a circle, and then whichever circle you've recently drawn with them, they remember individually, and when
Wow.
you touch the ground with one, it just instantly redraws that.
Wayne, thank you. That's so
Oh,
nice.
That's incredibly useful.
That's so nice.
That'll just save you make it so that we don't have to go back in time
That's
every time you
really-
need to summon something.
That's really nice. Thank you. Thank you for being nice to
So
me.
I think you
And
guys.
us.
Yeah.
So I just like slip you those 3, and I'm like, it's really not a big deal, but I don't know. I'm worried about you.
She just like bursts into tears.
Oh, it's not
the
that.
cloud is over you guys.
Yes.
It's not that big a deal.
I'm not crying. There's
Okay.
just you know.
You hate them. You hate the chalks.
No, I really love the chalks.
Oh, good. They were really. I'm making him a boat. Like this was so easy.
You're making him a boat?
You want a boat now?
No, I don't want a boat. I can get a boat anytime I want, actually.
It'll
Yeah,
be.
because you're friends with me, and you can come on my boat.
It'll be all of our boats.
We'll share the boat.
We'll all share the boat.
We shouldn't make a boat because I have a plan to get. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Thank you. This is really nice.
You have to actually draw something with them first. So, like, do that. Let's do that.
I'll think through it. I'll think through our. I see the problem. I see the problem, Lane.
Great. I also recommend, like, maybe having a standing pact with a mediumly powered thing so that when you're in trouble, it'll show up instead of having to, like, make a deal.
I get it.
Okay. And
Go ahead
seriously, if you
explaining her.
put them vertically, we can literally walk through them like a door.
A lot of people do that.
It's like one of your horde of demons and angels that are like slowly crawling their way out of the portal after you.
I don't need this criticism for how I live my life. I've been getting by just fine.
Not criticism. I'm just telling you, a lot of people do that.
Look,
What is
Ligger.
this demon's name?
Ligger, I get it.
Who is it?
His name's Ligger.
Ligger. Awesome. All right. I think you do you guys have a drink at the bar and plot? Or do you just go?
How long do we have these demons on retainer?
I guess we're supposed to just. Guess we should be more thoughtful. Kitty was gonna go, but maybe Wayne grabbed her and didn't let her just go.
Yeah,
because
I
that would
think
be smart.
You should probably we should make some thoughts.
Fine, we're gonna plan a heist.
Okay,
Here we go.
awesome.
A heist that ends in a murder.
Yes, the best sort of heist, a murder.
Just your kind. And so you've got a strange new ability and are maybe reeling from your interaction with Vittoria Zhu. All right, I think we end here as we we'll maybe do like a development mode over text or something of some of your plans for heist, and then we will launch into awesome heist next time as you are all back in Satyrine, safe and sound, with a horrible gaping portal straight to the Pale from Satyrine.
I just hope whoever is the warden of the Pale Sun might be watching.
You mean Jalad? Oh yeah, the person.
and,
Oh, no,
and
that
smile
statue?
favorably upon. Well, see,
Rourke?
no, because of our Kickstarter, there's an actual warden of the Pale Sun
Who is
who
out
is
here?
most certainly going to have a thing to say
an
about
opinion?
what has happened.
She is in chat right now, Rourke 9. We're gonna talk, okay? So everyone be nice to Rourke. And let's do character summaries.
Yeah.
Can we cut to
Yeah.
just jump cutting in time 3
Yes.
days from now, where finally a crew has been dispatched, like a city sanitation crew has been dispatched to deal with this. And it's the middle of the night, and they slowly close up this portal with like these weird long pokey sticks, and they're these hollow-eyed, like weird-looking people who wear uniforms of Satyrine. And when the hole finally closes, this area is now also a sound hole.
No.
Right in front of the bar. Well,
Oh
more like
man.
So like we're just watching this silent scene of like, but as they push in the boundaries of the portal where
Yeah.
it once was, it goes.
This was a mystery that we didn't
just
need solved.
becomes
This is
silent.
terrible.
That's perfect.
God damn it.
Good work, guys. Let's do character
Let's do
summaries.
character summaries.
You're amazing. Who's ready to talk about how this session made them feel?
Man, oh man, me.
Yay!
All right.
So many feelings.
Wait.
I think, weirdly enough, overall feels like a win.
I think it's a big win.
I
Yeah.
have a means now finally of getting towards the blue sun. We have an army of demons and angels at our disposal.
You keep
and we're-
saying we.
Well, I know where they're going.
Yeah.
He
and
made
it's-
chalk and promised a boat. It's we. There are angels. There are demons.
There are angels, there are demons. They don't hate me.
Yep.
And we're on a team to go beat up on Daniel McPherson, so that feels pretty
Yeah,
good.
I think.
I've also been cured, maybe, at least temporarily, of Spoonwane, which is amazing, but comes at the
At
unfortunate.
what cost?
Sort of.
I would rather have him in my
Yeah.
head than be
Oh, boy.
beholden to
Yeah, I
Lucy
think
Bright.
before we cut, Lucy's just like, you owe me a date, by the way.
Well, hey,
Oh my gosh.
She reaches into your pocket, grabs a business card. I'll be seeing you. And goes off.
That's amazing. I assume you let her do that.
I pour you a drink.
There we go. Stiff drink. Was there anything else so you got a joy because you were rid of Spoonwane, which is very good. Was there anything else that brought you joy or despair, like particular moments?
That was despair.
I think that might have been despair. I think you're increasing entanglement with,
Is it despair?
I think
Oh,
so. Do you
it's-
think it's important enough to be a despair?
It's pretty rough.
She's not
But
opening.
so I already got
Yeah.
the 2 GM shift ones.
Were those two joys?
They were both joys.
Cool. I think you get a despair from the entanglement with our dear friend Kitty's cousin.
Okay.
Talk to me about your character arcs. Like, did you progress along any of them? Because, like, you're all going to get a bunch of, like, acumen for, like, the group's goal, right? You made huge strides there. But, like, any personal goals?
Well, it sounds like I'm on my way to murder McPherson, which feels like a huge win. And I did in our
What character arc
development.
is that?
Murder McPherson is my character.
That's so good.
Okay. I forgot,
I
sorry.
mean, that's what I wrote down.
That's really,
It's
really
just
good.
very straightforward. It's
Yeah,
great.
I'm a man of simple goals.
You really are.
And in our partially in session, but also more
Yeah.
importantly in the development mode session we did
Right.
before that, I feel like I'm starting to learn some more puzzle pieces about Calvin. And with this finally having at least a plan to get to Blue Sun,
Oh,
it
yeah.
feels like I'm kind of sort of moving towards getting back on track. And I do have a plan for how I want to make this boat happen.
Yeah.
Which is that,
Oh, I've got some ideas for the design.
oh, I think it's already been designed, my dude. It's a sphere, and I live in it.
We've got some thoughts to
We've got some thoughts.
to whiteboard together. Beautiful. I'm going to award you 5 acumen toward your murder McPherson.
Hell yeah.
2 from learn about Calvin, and 3 from discovering a lot about the riverboat ship that now you kind of understand how it works and have a path to building your own.
Great.
So that is
10
10
total?
for you. It's a lot of acumen. This was a very eventful session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of ground.
Which is fascinating because it was a big
It was
combat.
just a combat. How did so much plot stuff happen in a combat?
I mean, and we
That's-
like wove in and out
Invisible
of
Sun
development mode.
It's magic.
Invisible Sun is magic.
That's how you tell that we're good.
Get good. All right, we're gonna come back to the group acumen, but who's ready to talk next?
So Calvin had just so much joy. Just so much joy this session.
It really was. And Calvin's had some rough sessions, you know?
Yeah, exactly. He did several extremely competent things.
Yeah.
I don't think he understands the gravity of them exactly.
Yeah.
And I think somebody needs to explain that to him because he, he's just seeing magic happen left and right. It's like, yeah, they're doing magic, I'm doing magic, it's the same. Everybody's
Yeah.
just doing magic. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
But also, like, he feels like he helped his friends. He got Wayne in contact with Vittoria. It's just like definitely joy. As far
Yeah.
as despair, I did get the despair from the GM shift, and I'm trying to think if
Good night.
Calvin might be sort of blaming himself for this demon attack
Ooh.
because he is the reason that Kitty upset
Yeah.
McPherson in the first
Right.
place. And like there's a lot of chaos and fallout from this. Like also, sort of twice because of time travel shenanigans, he like attacked some angels, which didn't feel great. So yeah. Oh, also he won that was last session. He won a contest. So
But he's
yeah.
still high on that.
So I think he's joy and despair.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give you 2 joys. One for the like epic level spell that not only was awesome and huge, but really came at a critical time, right? Like you really were there for Kitty. Like you pulled off this huge effect at like a really critical time. You really like came through for your friends. I thought that was very cool. And then another joy for like meeting Vittoria Ju finally and like
And
getting a weird
powers from her.
Yeah. So that was special and interesting and confusing, but also joyful. And then one despair for, I think I really like the idea that as you're processing all of this, you're starting to blame yourself for the demon attack because it kind of is your fault.
It is my fault.
So and then tell me about your character arcs.
Okay, so character arcs I have here, I think make a powerful enemy is like, it is definitely coming to fruition. I don't think it will be settled until we actually see McPherson again.
Yeah, I agree.
As far as nothing for finding a place in Saturnine. Mysterious background though, who were
yeah.
you? That's gotten some progress.
I think so, absolutely. So, like, the abilities that you've pulled forth, the weird Vittoria Ju, suddenly you have an ability. That's not usually how those things work. What other moments do you think were your background?
I mean, like being able to open a portal like that, being able to understand how what a summoning circle might need.
Yeah. Cool. I like that. I think that's all moments that we're getting insights into this Calvin we're all not sure we know yet.
Also, the other thing, I think a big thing once he's processing all of this is when he was dancing, he was doing magic and he wasn't even thinking. And like he does have to consciously like pull on strands and whatnot. So that is Calvin
that your subconscious can cast.
Calvin is like probably as soon as his friends point out to him that this is unusual and this isn't just how things work, he is going to have some disquieting truths about what might be going on with him.
Excellent. I'm going to give you 4 acumen for mysterious background.
Yes.
I'm going to give you 1 for powerful enemy because I think we're you've basically like made the powerful enemy, and now we're going to, I think the next time you actually see McPherson is where that'll sort of pay off.
That makes sense.
Cool. Kitty Hart, talk to me.
Yeah, so I think that I got mostly joy in this one.
It was a good kitty session.
It was a really, really interesting one. I spent most of my time wrapped up in popping off this complicated shenanigan. That then proceeded to get struck by kitty luck. That then my friend, who I am solving a mystery about, slotted in another chunk of mystery solving and helped me fix again, and it all went well. It's like, this is all very interesting. And in the process, I made a senpai. Which is,
and you impressed him.
Which is a great joy. I'm very excited about this senpai. The idea that I might get to progress in the Order of Goetica without having to like deal with everybody is really nice, because everybody sucks.
Everybody does.
Everybody sucks a lot. And getting to just talk to this cool guy instead is really exciting.
Any despair for you, or?
I think that like it wasn't it not going well after all of that really wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
And there are parts of it that, like, how to explain? I think all of my character arcs went off, right? So the Settle a Debt portions with Kitty, with like OG Kitty Hart were happening. There was a lot of action towards this because of the nature of the thing, right? That like we are currently dealing this McPherson thing when we have definitive proof that this is tied to it.
Yeah.
That that it's like, oh, McPherson is clearly working for her in some capacity because they kept mentioning the bond. And the solve a mystery, what have I forgotten, they originally came out of the briefcase thing that I forgot.
Yep.
That's like, which is related, clearly that's related to Kitty. This is, I see connect the dots, and then
Yep.
mysterious background, Calvin, like what, so Calvin temporarily aside, whatever. That there's like a great deal of like, oh, none of this is happy.
Yeah.
So like those portions didn't feel good. And the fact that it is dragging all of my friends into it.
Yeah.
Not just like the friends that I've dragged into it here, but like, I like Imago. Mm-hmm. Imago, like, is one of those friends who, it doesn't feel good when I get Wayne involved with bad things, but it's fine to get Imago involved in bad things because that's what she likes doing.
Yeah. Partner in crime a little bit. Sort of like a person after your own soul, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Like a mentor.
it's not great that she's in danger, you know? That's not
her
cool.
mate-
But you were,
Mates and-
I think I was going
Yeah.
to award you a joy for helping, free her from that, from deciding to, I think that is a joy all its own, that you, like, were able to be a powerful enough goetic to, like, transfer that pact and to promise something big enough to get those
get
people
them out.
on you. So I think that's a joy. Impressing your senpai, definitely a joy. And I think you got a, I don't know if I'm giving you like a despair for any one concrete thing.
Okay. Other than my cousin deciding to date Wayne.
I was debating, is that big enough to be a despair?
It's not great.
There are two things
Yeah.
that he does not like. That's what he said to you.
They're too.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
Never mind. I thought
Oh, I just missed the line.
Two things.
Yeah. He doesn't like it either. We don't like this.
I see.
It's
yes.
a negative development.
I agree. I'm going to award a despair for it because it's entangling her. Like, not only is it annoying that she's like,
She has to be around more.
exactly. So that's going to be problematic. I'm going to give you 2 acumen for as you move to the like settling a debt with OG Kitty Heart because you're starting to see strings that tie them maybe together.
Yeah.
2 for solving the mystery about your past because I'm actually giving you that because Agamemnon Butler's still alive. And so that thread, that
I can
is
keep
still
pulling
open.
on it. Yeah.
web.
Or web. And the mysterious background of Calvin, you're definitely seeing more of that, so 2 for that. So 6 altogether. You all get, I think today was a big explosive acumen day.
Pretty wild day.
I'm going to give probably too much acumen, but I think this is like really big and explosive for all of your like things. So I'm going to give you 8 each. Just for today, right? So the fact that you like learned, you met Vittoria. We've been hinting toward that since episode 1. You met her briefly. You wrecked her party. You have an army of demons. You are you're marching to go deal with McPherson. You've successfully navigated the Pale. You've gotten threads on possibly building your own way to navigate between the spaces, between the suns. So I would say that's a lot of accomplishment. You did not do any of this in a subtle way, I would like to remind you.
Nope.
So that will be both great for, people like knowing what you're up to and celebrating you. You're going to get free drinks. You're also probably going to get bad things coming out of that too.
Yes.
So I think we should call the episode
I
here.
can't wait to get fined as a city.
I know. I wanted to have some call outs at the end. So quickly, you guys. There's a development mode session of what Calvin, of how Calvin, what's the development mode session?
So this is Calvin immediately after he traveled through the ether to get back to his apartment and sort of how he was able to escape his apartment and progress in his order. So you can check that out on One Shot this week. Next week, we're actually going to feature an episode where Calvin is on the ship and he learns some important things, and we learn some important things about Calvin as well.
Exactly. This Friday, I'm going to be a player in so we're going into plug mode. I'm going to be a player in Monte Cook Games' stream of Invisible Sun, which is all pre-recorded, called The Raven Wants You Have. So if you're not getting enough Invisible Sun in your week, go tune in on Friday at 7 p.m. Central. On Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central, because on Tuesday I'm going to be GMing Numenera on my birthday. So February 27th, Tuesday, my birthday, I'm running my favorite game for its creators on Twitch. So that will be at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So exciting. Thank you all for tuning in. By the way, for it seemed like we got more new people, which is exciting.
Yeah. What was our level at, Joe?
Hit about 60.
60.
Okay,
We were
solid.
really close this week. Maybe we can get to 80 next week.
And then we get a development mode.
And then we get that
section.
development mode. So be sure to tell everybody about how exciting this episode was.
Yes.
Before we sign off, I do want to point out that due to recent events, One Shot has reopened our Trans Lifeline charity drive. We're trying to get another $1,000. So if you go to bit.ly/neoyear, you want to give, if recent events perhaps made you upset and furious and you don't know what to do with those emotions, helping people is a great way to channel that energy. So that's bit.ly/neoyear. Thanks everybody who gave in the past and everybody who will give in the future. And that's all I had for my plugs.
My last plug is that Joe 3D printed this contraption and then lickety split drilled the hole into this case for the GoPro so that we can have that slick you can see the Sooth card and it's all easy to do. So you're our hero. We all got joy for experiencing you do that.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe's the best. So yeah. All right, that's all I have.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
Have a good night.